Eleonore Merza, born 1980, is an anthropologist who studies Adygean diaspora communities in Israel and beyond. Merza was born in Paris circa 1980. Her father's family were Circassian, originally from Maykop in Adygea, but who were forced to flee from the region in the 1860s by the Russian government. This era became known as the Circassian genocide, where 1.5 million people were killed, and 90% of the same number who remained were forced to emigrate. Merza's great-grandfather Mamet Merzamwkhwo was a refugee who fled, first to the Balkans, then to the Golan Heights, where 12 Circassian villages were founded, including Mansoura, where the family settled. Later the inhabitants were expelled and moved to Syria. In contrast, Merza's mother's family were Algerian Jews. The two met at a communist party meeting in Paris whilst studying abroad. They married and lived in Paris, where Merza and her brother Alexandre-Indar were born. Merza spent her early childhood in Amman as her father worked there an engineer. She attended a French school, but lived in a Circassian community. Merza undertook doctoral research at École des Hautes Études en Sciences Sociales, where she examined how Circassian, whilst undertaking field work for her doctoral research in Israel. Merza's dual identity became problematic, with frequent interrogation by Israeli authorities about her political beliefs. Merza's postdoctoral research at the Centre National de la Recherche Scientifique looked at the idea of occupation in terms of those who are conscientious objectors against military service and attitudes of society towards them, as well as the economic impact of occupation for Israel. In 2015, she and her husband Eitan Bronstein Aparicio founded the NGO Decolonizer to try to begin to sensitize Israelis to their colonial history. In 2018, Merza published a new work, Nakba, which aims to bring the discussion of the role of the Israeli state as a colonizer back to public consciousness. Her understanding of the Nakba has contributed to other academic projects. This work is part of a trend in memory activism in Israel since 1998. Both believe that Palestinian points of view need to be understood by Israeli Jews. Selected publications include: she lives in Tel Aviv and, in addition to her anthropological research, works as a photographer and a writer.